Hello, welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, you guys, I read 9 books in the month of May. So the first book that I finished in the month of May was The Survivors by Jane Harper. It is a mystery. It is set off of the coast of Australia, so I really love that. This book kept me guessing. I don't usually read mystery because sometimes those are hit or miss for me, and so far Jane Harper's a hit. I enjoyed The Survivors because it kept me guessing. You think that you know who it is who did the deed, but then you don't. And then it points you in another direction of somebody else, but it might not be them either. I recommend it. I gave it 4.5 blossoms. The second book that I finished was Becoming by Michelle Obama. I gave Becoming 5 blossoms, and I enjoyed hearing about her life as the First Lady and her life before she became Mrs. Barack Obama. The third book I finished in the month of May was The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. I enjoyed this so much. I read this as a buddy read with a group of people that I have come to really have a great time sitting down and reading silently with, and I'm looking forward to doing it again. We're going to read book 2 in just a few weeks. I'm so looking forward to it, and I cannot wait.
It's gonna be so much fun!
It's gonna be so much fun!
I really like Jemisin's writing. I like how she had a narrator who was taking you from the present to the past, back to the present, and every time you went back to the past, you pulled something to the present. It started giving you questions, and you started trying to figure out what was going on and how these two are connected, and you realize that the past and the present are very much connected. I enjoyed buddy reading. I want to do more of it, so I'm really looking forward to more of these buddy reads and the silent reading sprints that we're having together, and then discussing the chapters as we go along, and it's really, really fun to do. The Fifth Season was a 5 blossom read for me, and I'm really anticipating that the second one will be as well. The fourth book that I finished in the month of May was The Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse. This was so good from beginning to end. You have a celestial event that is about to happen. You have a prophecy that is about to be fulfilled. I mean, this is a fantasy. This is fantasy. This is adult fantasy that I love. I love that as the aspects of ancient Aztecs. I love that it pulled some of that in, and you have these gods and magic, and I can't. I need more. I need more. 5 blossoms. 5 blossoms. The fifth book I finished was a sequel to The Summer I Turned Pretty. Now, I didn't care for that first one, so I don't know why I picked up It's Not Summer Without You. I just, maybe I forgot. Maybe that's it. I just forgot. I saw, ooh, Jenny Han. Hey, I read the first one. I rated it like a 3 or something, so it couldn't have been that bad. It was a meh kind of book.
I need to correct you on that point.
It was a meh for a reason. It was a meh because I didn't care for the main character. I don't like her. But I think the reason that I gave it a 3-star the last time was because I enjoyed Belly's mom's best friend and her 2 boys. And I did enjoy those characters. It's the side characters from the books. The main character I could care less about. It's all the side character stuff. That's what I liked. It squeaked by with a 3-star. Again, I might pick up the third book just to get it done and then not have to think about it anymore, because I want to know where the boys' storyline goes. But that means reading more Belly.
Man, that's a terrible idea.
The 6th book that I finished was Who Fears Death by Nnedi Okorafor. We have a young woman named Onyi Sonu, who is a child who grew up not knowing much about her past. She starts to come into some power, some things start to change for her, and her mom realizes that she's going to have to tell her where she came from and how she came to be. Her and her community of women were going to do a rite of passage type ceremony, and they went to go do that, and they were attacked, the entire group, and the entire group was violated. She was singled out by this one, and it ends up being that one was actually a god, and that is why Onyi has all these powers, because they were passed down to her. So now she knows that this is also why she's ostracized by a lot of the communities surrounding them, because they are considered unclean, and that is why she's been treated the way that she has all this time. And she learns that this is this other group's way of committing genocide against these people with darker skin, because they feel that if they do that, then that breaks up the family unit. That also initially breaks up the community unit, and eventually these people will die out because they're not, touching these women anymore, because they've decided that they're unclean because of what has happened to them. This is a book that was just so intense and so graphic. So if you have a hard time with it, I'm telling you, these are trigger warnings for violence of the worst kind. But yeah, if you can get through that, this book is just, it's so good. Her journey to become who she is meant to be, fulfill her purpose, is just, it's just so good. It's just so well done, well written. The seventh book that I finished was Storm of Locusts, which is the second book in the Sixth World series by Rebecca Bronhurst. I again love this group of characters so damn much. Maggie, again, with the smart mouth and the badassness that she has. She's a monster slayer, and she's lived most of her young adult life alone, and or with only one other person. She doesn't have a lot of friends, and she doesn't have family left. And so I loved when she realized that this is her family. I cannot wait for the third book, because this ticks off all my boxes. It makes me laugh. It makes me cry. It makes me laugh again. It takes me on this adventurous journey, and I'm enjoying it so much. And I cannot wait for the third book. I'm invested. I gave Storm of Locust 5 blossoms. The 8th book I picked up was From Blood and Ash by Jennifer Armentrout. Again, 5 blossoms. This ticks off all my boxes. Laughter. Makes me cry. Makes me laugh. Makes me cry again. Makes me laugh even harder. It just... And then the adventure. And the betrayal. And more adventure. And then there's Poppy. And Victor, and Tawny, and Hawk. And I gotta tell you, I love the relationship between Victor. It's very father-daughter-ish, even though he isn't her dad. He is her personal guard, and he teaches her to fight. And he's very proud of her, like a dad would be, when she shows that she has those skills and that she can use them.
I can keep it.
Try not to stab your sister with it.
And then there's Hawk, who's just, he's so inappropriate, but it's I find it funny. I just found it funny. And I like their relationship. Even though they the passion between the two of them is just. And then there's Tawny, her best friend. I love her best friend, her companion, who she keeps referring to as she's only her companion because she's told to be her companion. And yet, she doesn't realize Tawny would probably remain her companion whether she was told to or not, because she loves Poppy very, very much. Adventure, journey. You don't just stay in one place in a book where there's going to be a second book and then a third book. There's a lot of stuff that's going to happen. And I can't wait to read it. I am on this ride. I'm so on this ride. This was recommended by one of my favorite authors. And then I got to listen to one of my favorite people that I've been watching their channel, and they were talking about it, and they were enjoying the books, and they couldn't put them down. And now I know why she couldn't put them down. Ooh, those. Yeah, no wonder you couldn't put it down. It was so good. So the 9th book that I picked up this month is J.R. Ward's Lover Unveiled. I am trash for this series. I have all of the books. I have all of her spin-off books. I have all the books before the spin-off books. I have lots of her books because I like this author very, very much. And I happen to love the Black Dagger Brotherhood. This is book 19. This is Savage. Savage. Are there other characters that I really like a lot? Of course, the rest of the Black Dagger Brotherhood warriors, man, because they're all pretty unique in their own way. What I love about this series is that each book isn't necessarily just about the two people that get together, finally. It's also got all the other stuff that's happening in the Black Dagger world going on. It's all the other stuff about, what's going on with the new baddie in town, because it's going to take several books for them to take out the new bad guy, which is what I love. There's a lot of stuff that's happening. And then there's a new spinoff that's happening. A new spinoff. These are vampires. And there's a new spinoff. Did I mention there's a new spinoff? With Wolven. Yeah. I can't get enough. And before anybody says it, it's like, oh, vampires, insta-lovey, alpha male, ew. No. No. Don't yuck my yum. It's not nice. So that's it. Those are the 9 books that I finished month of May. If you like what you see here, hit the like button down below. And if you want to see more of my videos, when I do post a video, hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified when I do post a video. So until next time, happy reading, everybody. Bye. Mr. Reed. Hello to you too. Would I tell anybody to go ahead and jump into the Black Dagger? The 19th book of the Black Dagger Brotherhood. I am trash for this series. Trash for it. Did I say 19? The 19th book. And that's not even including the spin-off series of books that are in between these books. There's a lot of books. No. Don't yuck my yum. Do not yuck my yum. It's not nice. I'm waiting. I have the Fires of Vengeance on hold, and I'm just biding my time with this